was talking about Set, or Soot, who was transformed into the devil, known as Sat, same shit. Okay, and I was going to tell you that, remember that I had read to you in one of these videos out of the book called The Holy Science that that what they called in the ancient times in ancient India, Sat, was the ancient primordial substance of the whole daggone universe and was an aspect of consciousness. You know what I mean? And the reason that it was black was not only because of the first people on the earth were black, or melanated people. That it was basically the fact that you cannot perceive this with your five senses, with your two eyes and things, like you can't perceive this in the way that you think you need to perceive this in the human aspect. It doesn't work that way, and that's, you know, that's one of the reasons why we was dealing with that black, you know, the blackness. You know what I mean? The blackness was the root of all existence. You know what I mean? So that's what it was about. And like I said, you know, they was utilizing the ancient god Soot in the Bible. You know what I mean? Riding on the ass. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it just goes on and on, man. I mean, you can't escape this. More on Sebek real quick. Represents, because like I say, Sebek, when we dealing with that, it ties in as well to Soot, right? It ties in as well to Soot. And it deals with death and resurrection, you know what I mean? And Anubis follows, and then we have the ancient god of Sar. I don't need to read that, I guess, right now. There's just so much going on with that. I wanted to continue on with this just real quick, that the ass that carried the mythical Messiah, okay, I said that, okay, they were beating the ass, and it became a Christian sport. Beating the ass became a Christian sport. That's why the saying comes out today, you know, I'm gonna kick his ass. I'm gonna kick his ass, you know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of crazy, it's just messed up. So, back to the Ka. Excuse me. This is a whole bunch of stuff on Mal. One more thing on Mal. Here's a symbol right here. This is crazy. This is beautiful. Symbols. Mal or Mayan. Wow, you know. See, you think about this. The letter L, lowercase letter L in English, is just a straight line. Mayan is another name for Mal, and Y is like a connection of two lines. Okay? You know, and then in the ancient Comedics or Comedic language, Metu Neter, there were two slanted lines that represented the sound E, according to the hieroglyphic translators. And so right here we have his name could be Mal or Mayan. You see, it's kind of strange, but anyway, Mal or Mayan is in a dark-faced Krishna form with relevant iconography together with some symbols of Vishnu. So no matter if you cannot or if you can, whatever, you can't find a Mal anywhere, any information, you can just read about Krishna. You can just read about Vishnu. You know, don't let nobody tell you otherwise. The information is coming from the website that you can see on the damn screen. I hope you can see that. You know, filtar.ac.uk, Encyclopedia Hindu Ascetic. All right, Mal. Mal is especially worshipped in the 95 temples named by the Alvars, many of which are Sri Vaishnava temples, and many of the adherents are Sri Vaishnavas. There are also adherents in the field of folk religion. I can go on and on with that. Let me get back to my thing I was telling you about the melanin though. Okay, so, or the Ka, real quick before time runs out. 4 minutes has passed. This is from EgyptianMyth.net. The Ka is a symbol of the reception of the life powers. Like I told you, the reception of the life powers from each man from the gods. That's why I'm showing you this. He is imaged as take him as an ancestor, right? He's holding the Wa scepter. Think of the Wa scepter being an aspect of the Ka manifesting as the spinal column within man, and the gods. See, that's the God's will. If you let the God hold on to the spinal column, everything is controlled by the spinal column. Everything is on it. The brain, especially, right? So that's representative of God's will, right? Divine mind, divine thought, divine speech, metu nature, ma'akeru, true voice, mind, thought, action, father, mother, mind, son, thought, Holy Spirit, action. It goes on and on. I got about 4 minutes left. This is from a book called The 9 Eyes of Light. I have the book on the shelf. The Ka is made of light and vibration. It has the perfected templates for your physical body in energetic and holographic form. All right? One of the true keys is the energetic aspect of it. The holographic form of it is there because, you know, what they call in the Gnostics the archons or the archons, they are trying to, they want to control, you know, this reality for themselves, to build this reality and control you. They want to be your gods. So instead of you seeing that black god holding that spinal column represented by you in the physical reality, the Ka being a manifestation, or the spinal column being a manifestation of the Ka, you know, you're being controlled by lesser deities, you know, or lesser self, we'll say. Your lower self is controlling you instead of your higher self controlling you, if you want to say it like that. All right. The Ka is made, okay. The Ka is known as the inner controller. All right. Think about it, and think about what I tell you. What I showed you, the spinal column, the ancient ancestor holding the spinal column. The smallest form that the universal soul of the Hu body can recognize. It is the smallest, yet it is connected to the infinite. The Ka, which acts as an interface for the soul to be brought into the physical realms. I just told you about the manifestation. All right? All right. The etheric body, image, or hologram, basically, is what the Ka is. That's one of the 5 faces. I didn't go on to continue. So, he says in that book, The 9 Eyes of Light, that the Ka is a biophotonic network. Or at least it manifests as a biophotonic network, right? Now, I go here and I show you this. This is the spinal column. This is spiritual language. This is what these motherfuckers do when they measure and trying to measure shit. And the Lord said to me, Amos, what do you see? And I said, a plumb line. Then the Lord said, see, I am setting a plumb line in the midst of my people. Amos 7:8. I am setting a plumb line in the midst of my people. I have 2 minutes. I don't have enough time to even read this. The end of the plumb line attached to a pyramid is like a divine light stream. The end of the line is the point that draws the circumference of the circle, forming a clock or calendar. Now that's represented as the unit, which is Ra. See, the center point is a pyramid with 4, really 8, which is the octawad, sides. Each quarter has 90 marks, which are the deacons, or the deck hands on Ra's boat. Row your boat gently down the stream, right? How much time I got? Almost a minute. The capstone not seen on the pyramid is the 3rd eye, which is the pineal gland, which is the 8th. Back to Sibik Basra, back to the oils. The pineal gland secretes the supreme oil known as melatonin. Giving off the expression of his father's and mother's souls, as in the 7 souls of Ra'it, which are consciousness levels, okay? Or the Sanskrit word chakras, which means wills. Ra expresses his hidden 4, which in Hebrew is Yod-He, Wot-He, with the colors of the rainbow, or manifestations of consciousness, which are the Nun, or are in the Nun. These represents the Nun, the Aeons, Nun, okay? In the divine matrix of Maya. Out of the 7, 4 stick out like a sore thumb. Earth, air, fire, water. You see what I'm saying? And these are, you know, this is me and my thoughts, right? Which are exoteric reflections of the Amen goddess and goddesses. So these are the Ayothe Vodhe are exoteric reflections, and therefore that's why all the exoteric religions are running the world, because materialism runs the world. Rhythm Phoenix, I gotta go. I think this is part 4. I'm pretty sure I got y'all with that Plum line. I'm gonna try to end it on this one. I was reading a bunch of stuff to y'all that was really important, you know what I'm saying? And I, you know, I hope that you understand. You know, I was showing you the plumb line, right? And I was showing you how the plumb line actually resonates with your spinal column, and that resonates with your endocrine system, and that resonates with your central nervous system, and all of those are dealing with the manifestations of the Ka life force powers that are manifested within you. One of them known as the chakra system, and that I showed you. I got this from a website, I don't remember, but and the Lord said to me, Amos, what do you see? And I said, a plumb line, or plumb line. Then the Lord said, see, I am setting a plumb line in the midst of my people. Right? And so, you know, Amos 7:8. And I was breaking down the plumb line, you know, and the black tip of the damn plumb line, you know, it's all representing melanin. They use the same damn tip to go into supposedly space in, you know, which is compact with melanin, you know, carbon molecules, hydrocarbons, was what one book says that the damn aliens are so interested in. A book called The Omniverse. It's very strange to me, also because another part of the book says that they like chlorophyll, and we know by our black scholars, right, African American scholars, melanated scholars, rich melanated scholars, that, you know, that's resonating with all their information. You know, they take this information to some, as agents in the damn lectures, and then they go and write books about all this stuff, you know. But anyway, I wanted to continue what I was saying, dealing with the earth, air, fire, and water, how that resonates with the Yod-Hate, Vod-Hate. You can get a book called The Chicken Kabbalah, and it breaks that down. Okay, and anything on Kabbalah, because it represents the 4 worlds. And these 4 worlds are still part of the entrapment. It's just that the soul, who is more powerful than the one who was running the business in the garden and all jealous and stuff, you see? The same way God is jealous and, you know, asking questions, you know, where art thou, where you go, and all that. In the Bible, in Genesis, when Adam and Eve was in the garden, same damn thing that the God Set was doing to Asar when he was looking for Asar. Same thing he was doing when he was looking for Heru, when he was trying to kill him, when he cut Asar into 14 pieces, when he was trying to kill Heru, because he was the first child, or the only begotten child of Osiris, who was actually deceased, and Set, through you know, magical reflections, you know what I'm saying, brought forth Heru. This is the ancient resurrection, and deals with I and the Father are one. It's ancient Egyptian, man, ancient Kemetic, and it's your ancestors that created that. Not no European, not no damn Alexandrian, Constantinian, Ptolemy, none of them created none of that shit. You know, as a matter of fact, Ptolemy, Meriamun Sentepenra the third, I think, created Serapis. Serapis looked like the, you know, Mafia Borgia family Jesus with the cup on top of his head. You know what I mean? Serapis is the Apis bull and Osiris combined together, the black god, and his Ka power, because the Serapis bull was his double, and it represented his Ka power. And we know when we study the Gerald Massey workings that anytime we're dealing with animal symbology, it's going to go it's dating way back to when the ancestors recognized themselves and their totems and their tribes and their area, their family, as or clan, whatever you want to call it, as that was their family sign. You know what I mean? Like, if my last name wasn't Frederick, it would be Falcon, and my symbol would be a falcon. But right now it's Frederick, and I don't know. It was, you know, that's German. You know what I mean? But I got to break it down. It represents something dealing with the ruler, measurement, and everything. It's very deep. The name. My first name is Italian, Saint Lucia and shit. Luke. It all is derived. It all is Lucifer. It's the same shit. You see what I'm saying? I'm getting off the subject, huh? 10 minutes and shit. What the heck? Let me see how much I got. I got like 5 minutes left. So, the Plum, right? The religions of today, utilizing ancestral magic of nature from your ancestors to create their god of manifestation or manipulation of the elements or gods, a creator god who is not the real one but a mere reflection. This is Yahweh or Jehovah. This is Ayaldaboth, Ayaldoboad. This is the god of the Tekanu or obelisk, disguised from Atum, who is Ptah, who equals the father or Peter or the rock of the church, son of Amunet. So it's two, just like we dealing with the 7 laws of the universe, dealing with the Kabbalion, law of correspondence, the duality aspect. There's duality in every damn thing. So just like if I was to show you the Tekanu, right, which is the obelisk, okay, you know, and I broke it down for you, you know what I mean? Same thing that's behind me right here, right? You see it? Capital Rock Tim on the top. Mm-hmm. You'll understand more. You'll understand more. You line it up to your body, then you line up the endocrine system, the central nervous system. Then you find out what they're doing to the foods, the water, the air, the chemtrails in the sky and shit. It's all resonating with the fact that they're trying to keep you from resonating with the higher consciousness that's coming to you, that's growing within you. Okay? So they utilize the energy, the magic that our ancient ancestors created. See? The Kabbalah and all that stuff. The Illuminati uses all of it. They call it the occult. That's why so many people don't want to dig into it and look into it, because they're scared shitless. Think they're going to go to hell or something. I don't know. Well, don't you know hell don't exist? And if anything, you're in hell right now. Shit. Which means that you must be kin to Tartarus. You must be kin to, you know, especially dealing with the fact that the white man is ruling the world still to this day. No other aspect of the human race, which is a black race, is ruling the world. The recessive man or the white person or the European Caucasian is ruling the world. So, from the statement that I was just talking about to you, Amun-Ra is the hidden aspect of all the creator's work. The creator. Amun-Ra is the hidden aspect of all of that. You know? It's almost like Ra, and then it's like Amun-Ra. And then Ra said, no, let me hide that. Matter of fact, that's why the name is named Amun, because it means hidden. It's Ra, you know? So it means the ego putting the hidden sun or the hidden soul to the side and saying, you know, I'm a superhero, I'm Ra. I'm here to save your life. I'm going to kill y'all, I'm going to save your life, whatever, you know? And that's the ego. And what has to be done is the resignation of that and the alignment of the chakras or the appeasement of the gods by not worshiping them, but by telling them, hey, the real one is here. And the real one is here, and it's time for y'all to get in line, and let's get this shit started right. You see? That's what it's about. So from that statement, Amun-Ra is the hidden aspect of all the creator's works, and Yahweh is an egotistical one who says, I made this. Like I was just saying, right? So the Tetragrammaton, I got a minute left. The Tetragrammaton, which is the Jet Ra Ma'atan Amun, which equals the hidden disk of divine light and righteousness, expressed itself within the man stretched out as the star. Every man and woman is a star. Justice of the pillar, the spinal column, which is where the Kundalini rises, the serpent, occult science of metaphysical interdimensional awareness. And so go back to the book I was telling you about the Omniverse, and how they say that, you know, people, that the elite Illuminati are connecting with hidden realities in the interdimensional realms and making deals with them to help control the world and shit like that. And it's telling you right here that you are an interdimensional being, and you can do every damn thing that they're doing without the machinery. Right? I got 10 seconds left. Comedic wisdom taught that the human figure is a 5-pointed star with the side points corresponding to the arms and legs. Peace.